last night? We'd love to hear. In Kansas. I don't know if she's on. Let's see.
Hey,
Jessica, you can
Antoinette.
share a little about last night,
Oh,
right?
Jessica. Yay. Hi, Jessica.
Hi. I had a surprise this morning. I'm home. I have PTO time. My daughter was sick this morning. So
Oh,
blessed to be on with you guys and thankful for Immune, right? Like
yes.
I did a quick stop at one of the teachers who is a customer now. I was like, I ran out of Immune and I need some really bad. Can I get some from you this morning? So these products are so powerful, you guys. So anyway, yeah, the event last night was great. We had our first event, first like event that I've done with Elizabeth. I don't know how many events they've done together, but it was fun coming together. We're not financially linked. We're just in three, part of the Legacy Makers team working together. So we had guests there, we had brand ambassadors there, and then we also have our next event for January booked there. So this event space was amazing. It was the first time for me to see it, and just has a really good ambiance with it. And we did the presentation together, so I shared about the products. Elizabeth did the business. Like just all the team came together, working together. Each person had their part. Like it was awesome.
Well, I'm so excited. You know, you're the fave because she shared rooms with a lot of people in my group that just love you to death.
Oh,
And
thank you.
so I'm so excited that you guys are getting Kansas going and I'm excited about your events coming up. So
Thank you.
that is awesome. And then I don't know, is Sherry on? I have a new BA that started on Saturday, y'all. This is ties into my training. But she started on Saturday. She already has uh, three new brand ambassadors, and they're all coming to leadership. So this is awesome. But Sherry, are you on? Can you say hi?
Hi, I'm here.
Yay! Just if you'll just introduce yourself and why you love three real fast, and then I'll get started on training.
Okay, I'll give you guys a short version. I was raised holistically, so I've always loved health and wealth. I've seen many different opportunities, but this one just yelled out to me. And y'all know how amazing Antoinette is. So here I am, and I'm just diving in and just thankful to be in the room. Learning, right, came with expectation of being able to use what I know, only to find out there's more to know. And so I'm really excited to learn and just be able to help as many people as possible.
Yay! Well, welcome to the family, and you'll get to meet everybody in January,
Yeah.
which will be so much fun.
And Antoinette, we
So
have I think Charlotte and Shannon have a few wins they want to share real quick before you dive in.
yes. All right.
Okay.
Well, let's let Charlotte go, and then we'll end with Shannon. Go ahead, Charlotte.
Good morning. I just got an order and it took me over to 2 star, so that'll probably go on my thing tomorrow.
Yay!
Congratulations!
Yeah,
Yay!
congratulations.
Wow, congratulations. That's amazing. What a great Christmas gift, right?
Yep.
Absolutely.
I love that. I love that. Well, congratulations. And boy, I just love promotions, having fun. And, guys, please remember to shout out for star, 1 star, 2 star, 3 stars. We just, we absolutely love it. And so, congratulations. What a great gift. I wonder what you could get for New Year's. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to talk about goals. Wouldn't that be fun? All right, Shannon and Eric.
Hey guys, I just am so excited for Alex Lang. I know she won't shout herself out, and she's a brand new 1 star. So I just want, she's on here and she's doing phenomenal. She has three
Uh-huh.
little ones. We would love to hear what you are, where your eyes are set, Alex, and what you have happening over there and what you're excited about.
Yay. Alex, can you just jump on and chat? Are you available?
You don't have to undo your screen. I know she's a busy
Alex,
mom.
congrats. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah, you
prompt her to
know.
unmute. There you go, Alex. Look at her just momming and building a business. So exciting.
Am I on there now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh,
Look at
We can
hi,
hear
good
you.
you.
You're
morning.
Look at the
amazing.
baby.
Yeah. Thanks. I'm pretty close to 2 star going to Dallas. Um, so super excited trying to get people my age group on board with this opportunity. So yeah, I'm very thankful for Shannon's guidance and all the help so far.
Doing amazing. So proud of her.
Wow. Look at that, guys. I mean, the
Uh,
hardest job in the world is being a mommy. It's the most rewarding, but that you're just slipping it all in and just doing what you can. And I mean, I've heard about all the different things that you've been doing. I think your own presentations and everything. Like you're amazing. Amazing.
And Alex, I just want to say congrats because when we chatted in Michigan, I was just like, oh, she's going to do this. So I'm just so proud of you. That's awesome. You're making it happen, and that's great.
Thank you
So proud of
guys.
you.
Oh,
All right. George, you have something you want to share?
Yes, I just want to say last night we have an amazing Christmas party. I we got together with people that I had in my teams before that we had not seen in a while because we invited everybody we could have, and was so excited we to see everybody. The food was amazing, everything was amazing. We have music, I mean singers. I was not one of them probably because if I start singing, people would be jumping off the window. But it was really, really, really cool. And I'm glad. And for those of you, I see a few of you that were on the party, a couple of you. I'm glad that all of us were able to get together, and especially because we saw faces that we have not seen in a while. That were part of our team before. It was exciting, very exciting. It was a tree Christmas party because we subliminally we have nice things with balls, tree all over the place. But anyway, I just wanted to say that.
Great. Yeah, the Utah team is on a roll. So excited for all of them. I think that's awesome. So exciting. Glad you guys are making it happen over there. That's great. You're having fun together too. All right, Antoinette, back to you. Let's go.
all right, let's go. Well, it was fun. If you missed yesterday, please watch the recording because Nilbert always does a great job, but he did such a wonderful job talking about closing, closing, closing. And I want to touch on that a little bit. What I'm training on is be a goal achiever. Be a goal achiever. Also last week, maybe it was that Kimberly Starr had a great training on vision boards and creating that vision. And Kimberly, I have on my red sweater, but a lot of great nuggets with a lot of great friends on her training. So I am going to encourage you to catch up on some of the training that you've missed. Over maybe, the next week if you have a little bit of time. But what I want to talk about is really focusing on goals. And I love a vision board, but we were laughing with Nicole the other day. But what I really love, guys, is a business plan. I get so excited about a business plan, and I think it's so important when you're winding down, as Nilbert said, closing the year, that you look at where are you? Like, where are you? Pull out that T chart. If you don't know what a T chart is, get with your leader and they'll help you through that. But pull out that T chart and let's talk numbers. Let's talk about the numbers that you're at and the numbers where you want to be. I think it's very important. I think for some of you, excuse me, for some of you, you're afraid to look at the numbers. But look at what happened this morning. We have a brand new 1 star, 2 star. I know we have so many that are very, very close to 3 star and above. But in order to achieve those goals, you kind of have to know, like, where are you? So I want to talk about why sometimes people don't do a business plan, why they don't want to look at that goals. Um, Goals can be negative sometimes for some people. I do understand that. I guess if you create too large of a goal, like if you're here today and you're like, yay, I just became a 2-star, but I'm going to be a 6-star by January. That might be a little bit too much. But I always say, you do want to try to do something that makes you reach up, but talk to your leader about, okay, how is this going to work? How can we do this? Yeah, I'm a 1-star, but I could be a 4-star. You really could be a 4-star. I'm not saying you couldn't be a 6-star, but how does that look on paper? How do those numbers look? Um, Sometimes you believe luck is necessary to achieve your goals. Guys, I'm going to tell you, you got to work. You got to work. Sometimes people say, oh, they were lucky that they met this person. They were lucky that they had this. They were lucky because they were in another platform and they know this or they know that. Guys, it's a lot of work and maybe a little bit of luck. But how do you achieve luck? You achieve luck with consistently doing something. It really does happen. It really happens that way. And so you have to plan your work. Again, I have a video out there. How are you going to work your business next year? Are you going to work your business 1 hour a week, 2 hours a week? Are you going to work your business 10 hours a week? I have people, I just had someone say to me, okay, I'm doing this. I can work 1 hour a week. I'm like, I just got to be honest with you. I'm not sure that's going to work out. Like, be honest with yourself. And they're like, well, I'm really, really, really busy. And I said, yes, you are, but you have to figure out maybe you have to get up an hour early. Maybe you have to stay an hour late, or maybe you just use one day that you can focus on your business. But in order to achieve your goal, your hours have to match what you're trying to achieve. Now, I'm not saying you have to do, you know, be full time, be full time with this. Absolutely not. But talk to your leader and kind of say, okay, how do I make these two kind of match? What does it take? How many brand ambassadors does it take for me to earn the income that I want? I'm asking you guys to dive a little bit deeper. Dive a little bit deeper into it because I believe once you write it down, once you dive deeper, then it does relax you. It helps you to achieve the goal. I had a really fun conversation with someone who said to me, I meet with my leader every single week for a full hour. And I said, great, what do you guys do? And she says, we go over the sheet that has the 30 people on it. And I'm not going to say any names. So I said, well, what do you do with that sheet of 30 people? And you meet every week. And she says, well, we go over the 30 people. And I go, the same 30 people? I'm like, are there any new 30 people? Do you know that if it's the same 30 people, that's maybe 3 people that are going to help you achieve that goal? I go, so 3 people, 30 people maybe is one day's worth of work. Guys, be realistic. Be realistic. If you're building our sheet of 30, and of those 30, you're supposed to get 15 to then listen to the opportunity. But if those same 30 you're looking at every single week and you've gotten 2 people in a month to listen, maybe you need to change the 30. Maybe you need to update the 30. Maybe you need to put that in the trash and start over. And now, the beauty of this, achieving this goal, is I'm not telling you how to do it. I'm just telling you to do it. How are you going to get those 30 people? You can get those 30 people going through your phone and saying, Merry Christmas, and starting with the letter A and writing 30 new people. You can go through social media and just say, Merry Christmas, Happy belated Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, just happy holidays. That's why I'm wearing this hat. This is the most joyful time of the year. This is the time that your list shouldn't be 30, but your list should be 300. Yes, 300. I'm telling you, I know that most of you can get a list of 300 by just getting online, but you have to have realistic numbers, a realistic plan as to what it takes to make that happen. So, when I say be a goal achiever, I mean don't look at the same exact goals but not move forward. And if you're having trouble with that, then sit down with someone. I want to go over a couple of things that always have helped me. Decide exactly what you want. Like, be specific. I really need you to be specific. I love that Kimberly and her team, they shared that they cut out pictures of exactly what they wanted for their vision board. Well, guys, I need you to give me an exact number. How much money do you really want to earn in 2026? What is that number? How many new people do you really want to help get healthy? Where do you want to be at in January? Where do you want to be in July? Where do you want to be next year this time? I want you to be specific with where you want to be. Aim high. You should have butterflies. You should be scared to death of the number that you're putting out there. Like, if it doesn't give you butterflies, it's not the right number. Who'd have thought that we would be in a company with a woman who grew a company to $10 billion? Like, I have butterflies thinking that we're going to be in the presence of someone who built a company to $10 billion. I get butterflies thinking that Christine Peterson has earned over $20 million in this industry. Oh my gosh, she's live. She's here. The George and Adrian, they've earned over $8 million in this industry. Like, that gives me butterflies that we're in the presence of people who have achieved big goals. Big goals. But now, what is going to be your goal? And I don't think it's as much millions or billions. I just want you guys to know. I've said this over and over again. I am blessed to be in this industry for now 24, maybe 25 years. I am not a billionaire, but I feel like I am because I have had freedom and flexibility for 20 something years. By having these butterflies, what if you don't have to worry later on about ever being laid off? What if you don't have to worry about what's happening in the economy because you got this, because you control your own destiny? The only way you're going to get there is by having your own goals and working towards them. I want all of you to know the whole thing that's going on in the world is not going to affect you if you don't let it. I promise you, this happened 7 years ago, and it's going to happen 7 years from now. It's just how you're going to work through this right now. I want you to involve your family with your goals. I think this is really important, guys. I think it's important to involve your family, your friends, everyone around you. I want you to know that Christine says this all the time. This is not going to be forever, but it is going to be for right now. It's not going to be forever. What if you said in 2026, you are going to focus and concentrate on your goals so that by 2027, it doesn't matter as much. I do want to give you guys an example. Some of you may know my story, some of you may not. When I started in networking, I worked a full-time corporate job. I'm saying super full time, 60, 70 hours a week. I had a 2 year old, I had a 3 year old, I had a 7 year old. I had a wonderful husband. I was involved in my church. I was involved in sports, everything. But I wanted freedom. It wasn't as much the money. I was blessed to have a great income. I wanted freedom. Christine Peterson said to me, she trained someone else who trained me to say, if you are a goal achiever, if you stick to those 10 hours, I can change your life. And for 1 year, I said no to doing extra things. I said no to doing extra things with my church. And some of you might be like, what? But I get to say yes to doing extra things to my church today. I get to give more income to my church because of 1 year. I said no to my lovely corporate, fun, beautiful friends who made fun of me because on Sundays we would all get together as like with our kids and we would do things. I remember them saying, "You said you were going to start this side gig to have more time and you don't have time for anyone." And I said, "No, I don't." So on Sunday when we would get together with the kids, I would say, "Do you have a room I can go upstairs because I have 2 hours of work that I have to do on Sunday." But I want you guys to know the getting up at 5 a.m., the working 7 days a week, the extra work has given me 24 years of freedom and flexibility. So I want you to think about that. In 2026, what are you going to do different? What are you going to do different in 2026 that could set you up for life? You know, I was so excited watching this morning the baby and I love young people, Alex, and what she's doing because she is giving herself freedom. Freedom to spend more time with her family eventually by working hard right now today. So I want to end with I say the 6 parts of a goal. Number one, I say, number one, wow. Get excited about your goal. Get excited. Get excited about whatever the goal is going to be. How? Plan to achieve a goal. How are you going to achieve it? Dig in, guys. Work with your leader. And it may not be before Christmas, but if you're in the DFW area, if you live in Dallas, Fort Worth area, on January 3rd, I am having a goal setting event that everyone can come to. And we are setting business plans. You are all going to leave with your numbers, your business goal for the year. But for some of you, you could do this one-on-one with your leader. Set that goal. So the how is, how are you going to do it? This is the number. How many people do I have to get on a Zoom? How many events do I have to have? How many times do I have to post on social media? The noun, just do it. Just do it, guys. Just do it. And I promise you, it will change your life. Number 4 is the ouch. Ouch, because it isn't easy, but it is, you know what I mean? It isn't hard either. You know, my daughter is home and she is getting her PhD. That's hard. What she's doing is hard. Being a doctor today, doing some of you guys going back to work, that's hard. This isn't hard. It's just that you have to do it. So number 4 is do it anyway, even though it's like, ouch, this is hard. Number 5, vow. Commit to reaching your goal. Guys, commit to it. I know each of you can do this if you commit to doing it. And, we have a saying from our old platform. I think it's reach for the moon, fall among the stars. Yeah, this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. I don't care if your goal is a 1 star and it took you 5 years to get there, but that was your goal. I am proud of you. I am proud of what you're doing. And then, pow, the victory.
Just a
The
second.
victory. The victory is going to be so amazing when you're sitting here next year, this time, and you're like, oh my gosh, I did it, I did it, I did it. It was amazing. So it was really fun. I'm going to end with this because Adrian posted, or someone posted on our Legacy Facebook, what was your number one accomplishment this past year? And I think for some of you, you may be surprised. But I want all of you to know, and I'm going to try not to cry. I always cry. Those of you that know me, I'm always crying. But I had a fabulous year in 3. I want to thank Christine from the bottom of my heart, or we heard today, the top of my heart, that she thought of me and she thought that I could partner with her. Yes, we've been blessed with great advancements, being a 3-star elite, and Shannon 3-star elite, and adding new people. Like I remember it was this time last year that we were fighting to get great leaders like Elizabeth and great leaders like Astrid, and they were new. And then we had Donna and Olga and Glennis and Gladys, and we started our own Spanish group. And there's so many things that have happened this past year. I can't even believe it. All the events that we all did. We all went from, I think, primarily being on Zoom to hopping out of our comfort zone, and all of us doing events and traveling for each other. And there's so much. But my number one thing this year is Trisha, who's on my team. You see, Trisha didn't know how to talk to people. She would always say, I'm trying, Antoinette. I'm trying. And we would be like, stop saying you're trying. And my whole group would say, Trisha, stop it. You're not trying. You can't say that word. You can't do anything. And then I said, Trisha, what if you did something different in your life? What if you started going to networking events? And guys, she did it. She started going to a mastermind meeting, and then they all loved her and invited her to another mastermind meeting. And then she started getting invited to all these networking events. I think all the guys are in love with her. And then she started doing this and doing that. And then we went to a leadership event, and there was a luncheon that she maybe wouldn't be able to go to. And I was afraid, and I said, Trisha, and she says, don't worry, I've already talked to people. I have people I'm having lunch with. Like, I just wanted to just die. And then that night, I looked to the side, and she's dancing, and she's smiling, and she's having the best time of her life. So, yes, guys, I'm a numbers person, and I push a lot of you, and I push you guys to be the best that you can be.
Fine, you wanna go
And
outside?
I'm a pain in the butt for some of you. And people say, Antoinette, is all you do is work? No, I love this. This isn't work. But what I want to tell you is the greatest gift that you can ever give is when you help someone else achieve the greatest thing for them. And it may not be money. It may be now Trisha is a social butterfly. I'm like, can you do this? No, I have something to do. And I know that this year, her first step is that she's getting out there, she's talking to people, but I know that 2026 is her year to shine. Who are you going to help today by achieving your goals and helping someone else achieve their goals? So I'm going to end with be a goal achiever no matter what the goal is. and happy 2026. Happy Merry Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa. And if you want to make up something, happy to that too, because we're all one big family that can celebrate whatever we need to celebrate together. So hopefully that helps some of us with 2026.
Fantastic.
Antoinette, you are a rock star. That was so good. I took so many little notes and put them in the chat
Me
because I
too.
honestly was just so grateful to be on this call this morning. I don't know anyone that's not fired up or excited right now, and you are hilarious. Like, I don't know, I must have laughed 5 different times on certain things that you said, but I resonate. Oh, it was you have to actually work. And I was like, yeah, you probably can't run the same 30 names list. You're probably done with that one.
Funny.
The 300? Wait, how do you get to a six-figure income? Probably more than 30. Probably more than one tracker form 30, but everyone starts somewhere, right? You are like the perfect example of you're such a master
Mhm.
at the basics, Antoinette. And so I just want to say thank you so much for sharing this. It's no wonder you're successful. You're an incredible speaker. Just really grateful for your energy on this call this morning. I know we all are. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to share before we head out?
Um, 2 thumbs up.
Oh,
Yeah,
Two
thumbs up.
thumbs up.
Yeah,
I
something I
want to
was gonna
share.
say.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Mhm.
Who was?
Okay. Thank you, George. Hi, everyone. It's Nicole Barone. I just wanted to thank Antoinette not only for showing up today, like you always do, but showing up for my team the other day. And you just spoke, so raw and real and so relatable. And I loved what you did the other night. Antoinette came on to my team to pour into my team, and it was so well received. Even the people that couldn't make the call, they heard the recording. I've been getting messages for days, and so I just want to say how grateful I am for you, Antoinette, how grateful I am for the whole team, Adrian and George, and just everything that we're doing,
Everyone.
Christine, all the leaders that continually show up because, without you,
yeah.
we couldn't do this. So just thank you so much for
Thank
today.
you.
Loved it, loved it. You're the best. And we appreciate you so much.
I
Oh,
agree 100%. And that's what I was going to say. Antoinette is the example leaders, and that's why she's going to be a seven-figure income earner. And what she was talking about, Trisha, that's something that I feel is the strongest part of, as a person when you get into three. It's that you like people and you love people, and then you help them to reach goals, and that's amazing. It's one of the reasons that when I started in the business, I love it. Even when I was not making any money, always I like to be the first one to be there and the last one to leave. I know some people say, "Hey, we have to go," but the thing is that, like last night, they kick us out from the room that we were at, and the reason is because this is a huge business, and sometimes so exciting. Even if you're not making any money, you say, I want to help this person to get to the next level, because that's what I always done. I never been a sponsor monster, but I know that I can talk to a person, sit down with them, and I know that person can become a millionaire because I did it in 2 companies before. And the reason is not because I want to then become millionaires. What you just said about Trisha is to find that person, because everybody that's here, there's no exceptions. Everybody that's here was born with the same power, the same divinity. We came
Yep.
from the same place. We
Mhm.
were created the image, and I don't have to even to complete the work. And it's why the potential for everybody is exactly the same. It's what we do with that potential. It doesn't matter the obstacles. It doesn't matter that people are telling you that you are not good, or you're too young, or you're too old, or you are too dumb, or you don't speak English. It doesn't matter. That's the cool thing, that we have an incredible power within ourselves. And the cool thing to be in these calls, and with so many leaders like Antoinette today was an example. You inspire other people, and one day in a few years, some people are going to say, I remember I was in that call, I was kind of depressed, and I said, you know what, I'm going to go for it. And then thanks Antoinette, and that person could be a seven-figure or even eight-figure income earners, because that's one of the great things about our pay plan. There are no limits. But anyway, I just wanted to say that I was super excited. I dressed as a Santa in the background really quick.
So good. That's cute. That's
Okay,
cute.
thank you.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. You've got a lot of years of experience. That's really awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Go ahead, Shannon. You wanted to share something?
Just love George's background. Eric and I spotted that. I said, look at his background. So awesome. And Antoinette, I need an appointment with you. That's it.
She's
Wonderful.
so funny, but what a blessing to you guys know. Shannon is an amazing person, but for years, she's the side of being organized, having things together and all of that. But we're all going together. And Shannon, let's do it, girl. It's like we have to redo it. This time last year, we were laughing about Shannon's one side. Y'all, some of you don't know this. We were cracking up. George, you saw the paper. I think we're like, Shannon, you have got to get somebody on the other side. But you know what? She is, when you talk about goals, her husband, her family, they are people with goals. But just like she just said, we are always, always reaching up. I talk to Christine all the time. I am revisiting my goals, revisiting what to do. I think you guys think that some of us, we know exactly how to do everything. No. Oh, this is a really good point. Shannon, thank you. Yesterday, someone congratulated my daughter, who is a very exceptional young lady, not because she's my daughter. She is getting her PhD. But you know what she said? She says, I constantly go to tutoring. I constantly have a mentor. I'm constantly learning. And I think for some of us sitting here today, we think that we don't need that, and we do. So, Shannon, we're going to talk numbers because we're going all the way to the top together.
Wonderful. Well, thank you guys so much. Antoinette, again, this has just been an incredible call. Every single one of you on here, it just really felt like a very cozy and family talk today, and just making sure we're all on the same page and that we're focused on our goals, right? And that we know what to do, right? We know we need to do more than a tracker form 30. We know that 2026 is coming, and we all have a big vision, a big goals that we get to accomplish in 2026 together. And so that's what teamwork is all about. So Antoinette, thanks for the reminder today. I'm so excited. So this will be recorded and uploaded to the YouTube channel. And I definitely recommend you guys share this. What a beautiful call today. We do have Wellness Wednesday tonight, and it's going to be a great week, you guys. Let's just clean it up. Go out there and make a mess. We'll help you clean it up. Okay. All right, everybody. Have a great day. We'll see ya. Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.